what we're doing right now is we're forcing people to decide between their lives and their livelihoods. We're saying either you go back to work and you can pay your bills, or you don't go back to work and you can't pay your bills. And that's forcing you to say, well, what do I value more?
And the tests just keep coming up positive, though. That's the other issue. The virus is not gone, suppressed, under control, nor have we GPSed it correctly in order to safely do this. And here we are. As we consider today's historic monthly job losses, take a look at that right corner of your screen, because it's a reminder of how odd things are at times. Here's a reminder of what economic desperation actually looks like. Hundreds of cars lined up at a Little Rock, Arkansas food bank. That's the theme for the latest issue of The Economist, the stark divide between those Wall Street rosy outlook numbers like we're seeing today and the somber reality many Americans, frankly, many people around the world are facing during this pandemic. So joining us now is the economics editor of The Economist, Henry Kerr. Your cover just totally spoke to me with that, Kev, because you're sitting there and it's, let's say you have a high school economics student and they say, hey, Dad, there's nothing but job losses. The economy's terrible. No money's being spent. Why is the stock market up? How would you explain it to that high school economics student?
Well, I think you have to start by saying that the Federal Reserve has taken extraordinary actions during this crisis in order to protect the economy. That's the right thing for the central bank to do, but the knock-on effect of them, for instance, buying junk corporate bonds, is that investors take confidence in the economic rebound. Of course, markets can be wrong. There's always the risk that they turn down, but
we're all printing a ton of money. We're all sort of flooding the zone here, understandably. And you just talked about the unwinding. The unintended consequences of that, I mean, how likely, I mean, it's just inevitable we're going to see massive inflation over the next couple of years?
All the people out of work, once the support winds down, will not have the money in their pockets they need to go out and support the economy. So that's what central banks are fighting. Now, there are some people, they're a minority, but that they do exist, saying that you could have a surge in inflation once all this stimulus next year runs up against an economy that's still constrained, that still can't fully open. You'll have too much money chasing too few goods and services. It is a view that's out there. It's not what markets expect, and it's not what most people expect, but it could happen.